Hello, so I'm going to be starting my new series where I react to all my old cringy videos. Today I'll be starting off with one of my pitch meetings I made based off Screen Rant, right? I'm a very big fan of Screen Rant and Ryan George. Be sure to like and subscribe, right? And I will link the original video in the comments. Anyways, enjoy. Now, when I first look at the thumbnail, right, I'm reminded of two things. One, I was really good at PUBG. I would get them winner chicken dinners all the time. And two, this was back when I used to use pic collage, and I would use like colour drawings and markings to go around the pictures I would use as part of the thumbnail. Good times. Hello, I have a new game idea for you. Ah, okay, and what's it about then? I believe that this is the first game pitch that you've done. I remember, right, to emphasise the point that I was playing another character, I would over-exaggerate all my lines to the point where you would know that I am different people, right? And how I would record them is that I would do one person's dialogue first, and then switch to the next character. And that was the only way I could have two people speak in one video then, right, back then. Also, I would record in portrait mode, but then edit them in landscape mode, making the overall picture be a square. It makes you wonder, right, what happens to each person as the other one speaks where they were. Well, you see, lots of people are starting to create lots of battle games. Very unoriginal. So I thought that we would. Great! Oh god. Great! Yeah, I didn't hold back when I was acting these. I went all out. Fair play. Looking back, I don't know why I thought producers would act like this. Overall hyper and exaggerated. Fair play. Yeah! Anyway, in this game you can play as solos, duos or squads. There are 100 people in one field or map, and you have to be the last team standing. Occasionally the map will be surrounded with a blue force, which if players are in, they will start to lose health. Nice! I believe that no other game has done that yet. I know, but it's only a matter of time. I heard that this one can be in a fortnight. Now that was my attempt of using wordplay. Back then I loved PUBG and I didn't like Fortnite at all. But now, I haven't played PUBG in about a year. And I have Fortnite on my Switch. Right. How the tables turn. Why did you exaggerate the Fortnite? Don't worry. Anyway, once you enter a game, you can run around the lobby for about 30 seconds until your plane comes. Then no matter where you are, you'll teleport onto the plane at the same time as everybody else. Why is that? Because it's common sense. This was still how my 13-year-old self imagined producers and game developers would be like. All dull, and then they only cared about the money. Well, if we had it as manual, then there would be people and trolls who just wouldn't go in the plane and stop it for everyone else. You could have just had it so that the character is on autopilot. True, but then we'd have to program that, and also this way is quicker. Anyway, we're all in this plane, and whoever plays the game more will have a higher royale point than everyone else. I thought that we can give them a little shout out by letting them choose the colour of the plane. Now for this bit, I actually took inspiration from Screen Rant because I made the developers seem greedy and cunning. The film producer only really cares about the money. I do agree with my past self though, obviously, right? I think that being able to choose the colour of the plane that you're in for 5 seconds being the reward for paying lots of money for lots of stuff on PUBG, which doesn't even help you, it's a bit sneaky. Ooh, very unique. A way to shout out the people who get us the most money. I like your thinking. I really wanted to make this character seem evil, didn't I? I emphasised this with ooh, we can shout out those who make us the most money. Because more often than not, it's not the best people who play the game that are at the top of the leaderboard, is it? It's just those who bought everything. certain styles of paints can give them boosts. For example, if you was chosen because you were the highest royal point in the map at that time, then if your plane got chosen and you had the camouflage plane, then you would only be able to detect when planes were coming to drop crates. Now, most other games have lots of ways to get money. I've only seen one way. Is there any more ways that we can get money from the players? Well, in PUBG, that's what we're going to call a game, by the way. We like to think a player can be successful without having to pay all the time. You see, this character was meant to contrast the evil character. You have the evil character who cares only for money, and then the oblivious yet kinder character who is meant to be decent. So we have two main currencies. UC, which is an unknown currency, right, that's what it's called. I couldn't think of a name for that. And BP, battle points. BP is a freemium currency where you can buy more, but it's easy to obtain by paying nothing. And UC, unknown currency, where you get all the awesome costumes and extra rewards at times. Okay, the game might struggle financially. How are we going to make the game then? Well, I tried using Scratch.com, however it didn't have enough detail. So we're going to go with Bluehole, which is a South Korean company. They know what they're doing. Free labour is awesome. Don't tell anyone you heard that. Mr. Ace, if you tell anybody, or you Nathan, I will find you. I did try so hard to include all these jokes in here, right? Some of them are alright. Others are a bit forced, right? But I remember using Scratch to make games. I made a game called Don't Touch the Arrows. That was a belter of a game. I was very proud of that joke, though, I made, right, about the Scratch, using Scratch. Fair play. I was quite savage back then, because I remember all the North Korea controversies and World War III is going to be happening. Oh, and don't you dare, Mr. Ace or Nathan. Yeah, it turned out in the future they were the same person, just Nathan had 2 accounts. Anyway, they have awesome graphics, and if the customers don't like how the controls are set up, then they can change them. I thought that we could start selling more of those devices where your phone turns into a little controller. Genius! What platforms are the game is for then? It's going to be for iOS, the Play Store, Xbox, PlayStation, and Microsoft Windows. Nice, a wide variety. Oh, don't you have multi-platform player? Here games start to do that now. Oh, no. It's one friend has the PUBG Mobile and the other has the Xbox version. It's come together. That way, one of them does the other game, and you can swap out the game and play multiple of the game. But it could also be the time. Xbox will run on many different platforms, as well as the friends have got mobile. Obviously, we're going to play mobile. Alright, fine. How about iOS and Android use can play together? Fine, okay. What are the maps like for the game then? Oh, we have 4. This game takes up a lot of data. So as long as people have unlimited data or a lot of data, then they're fine. I got storage mixed up with data. I always assumed that data was storage because when your phone or your computer has data, that data is almost always stored somewhere unless deleted. Wrong type. And again, I thought my wordplay was very strong. Just ignore the big blue force around the edges. Do you know what? I like the sound of this game. Let's do it. Ah, the good old times. I used to just end on a high note. Let's do it. And then end the video, or whatever, right? But now I have an intro and an outro stuck in my head for every video. Just goes to show how times change. That was such a classic video. I'm glad I made such a banger with what little knowledge I had of editing at the time. If you think about it, the only editing in that is cropping bits from the start and the finish, from when I start and end the recording, cutting the bits that don't really make sense, and then just adding videos in. Fair play to myself in the past. What other videos of mine shall I react to? Let me know down below. But anyways, here's the outro that I have recorded stuck in my head. Anyways, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Have a good day. Don't forget to drink hot chocolate. Stay safe. And goodbye. I'm never going to get that outro stuck out of my head.